I hope you're ready because you're about to learn how to earn $100 per hour or more using Fiverr, Amazon, and of course, ChatGPT. And not only are you going to learn this step-by-step strategy, but you're also going to learn how to take this exact strategy and apply it to literally hundreds of other niches to where it'll never become too saturated like other ways of making money with ChatGPT. If you're new to the channel, welcome. Hi, my name's Sumner Hobart. My wife and I have generated 7 figures in sales from our own e-commerce brands, and as e-commerce sellers and content creators, I can tell you that there is so much opportunity right now with what I'm about to share with you. So let's dive in. Now, something that every Amazon seller needs to be able to sell their products on the Amazon platform is what's called a product listing. This is basically a collection of text and images that describe what the product is and ultimately try to convince shoppers to purchase their product over every other option. So this is something that sellers have to do. And now they can either choose to execute their Amazon listing or to just throw it up and hope that it works, right? But the majority put a lot of effort into how their listing sounds and looks. And there's many different parts of an Amazon product listing. One of the most important, especially when it comes to copy, are what are called the bullet points, also known as Amazon key product features. There's basically 5 bullet points that Amazon gives sellers, and you have these 5 chances to convince shoppers to ultimately choose your product. So they are extremely important. The difference between poorly written and professionally written bullet points can be the difference of several percentage points in conversion rate, which can ultimately translate to either a gain or a loss in hundreds, thousands, or even tens of thousands of dollars, depending on the product. So basically, every Amazon seller needs to have bullet points, and bullet points are very important. Now, why are we talking about bullet points? Because using this method I'm about to share with you, you can create 5 highly professional Amazon bullet points in literally minutes, better than any Amazon copywriter. And I can tell you that not a single other Amazon seller is doing this because with the specific template that I've created for ChatGPT. Now, let's get to it. So obviously, before we can start writing our bullet points, we need a product to write bullet points for. In the future, you'll have clients coming to you, telling you what their Amazon product is, and then you'll run through this process. But in this case, we're gonna run through an example. So for this example, let's use Lion's Mane Mushroom Supplements. That's our product idea. So we're gonna go ahead and enter that product into the Amazon search bar. Then we're gonna go through the first 3 rows and look for the product with the highest number of reviews. It doesn't need to be perfect, but this one looks like 30,000. All right, let's go with that. Go ahead and click to get to the product page. So as you can see, there's the title, there's the images over here, and of course, what do we have here? Front and center, bullet points. Very, very important. So once we're at this step, what you wanna make sure you do is install the free Helium 10 Chrome extension. This tool, as well as all the other tools that I mentioned in this video, will be linked in the description section below. Once you do that, and you're here on the product page, in the top right corner, click on the Helium 10 Chrome extension. And then what you wanna do is click on Review Insights. Once you're here, click on All Reviews, select Most Recent, hit Apply, and then go ahead and download. Once you have these reviews saved somewhere, we move on to the next step, which is finally creating our free ChatGPT account. So just create your free account and your screen should look something like this. Next, go ahead and access the Amazon bullet point script that I've made specifically for ChatGPT. This is the exact script you need to use to actually create professional bullet points. Otherwise, the bullet points won't really sound that great. So again, this will be in the description section with everything else. So we're gonna go ahead and copy this, go to ChatGPT. Here in the chat bar, Command V to paste. Make sure you update the template. So we need to insert our product. So we're gonna do Lion's Mane Mushroom Supplement. There we go. And then copy and paste 50 reviews. And the reason for 50 reviews is I found recently ChatGPT is not able to handle a lot of data at once. So start with 50. If you can do 100 or even 1,000 reviews, that's better because that's more data that ChatGPT is going to analyze. But for now, 50 definitely still works. Go to the body column, scroll down to about row 50, and then select all. So scroll all the way up, Command C to copy, go back to ChatGPT, Command V to paste, and then simply hit enter. And as you can see, within seconds, ChatGPT is analyzing those reviews and is giving us the top 5 benefits, features, and pain points based on these reviews, which is really powerful data. And I'll show you kind of what to do with this later as an add-on service to get additional money from Fiverr, but this is really effective right now. So now ChatGPT has analyzed and knows what this product is. So that leads us to step number 2, right? Or prompt number 2. So we're gonna go ahead and copy all of prompt number 2 here. You can read through it if you like, but this works. And I'm gonna show you how it works right now. First, we need to, again, edit. So insert product, we want to delete this and put lion's mane mushroom supplements. Perfect. At the end, hit enter. And again, within seconds, we're gonna have some nice bullet points, but not perfect yet. And by the way, this is exactly how I write bullet points for my own Amazon products, which is why I'm able to kind of develop this template for you. So yeah, boosts immune system, contains reishi mushroom, a natural antioxidant that increases immunity against cancer and immune disease, recommended by doctors, provides clean energy without the crash, assists with ADHD symptoms, enhances memory and quick wit, right? So they're good, but they're not great, and we want professional. So the last step is we're gonna go here, and this is the little hack that I discovered with ChatGPT when creating any form of sales content, which is usually the highest paid type of content. And it's literally keep each bullet point the same, just make them sound more salesy. It's literally a made up word, but I was trying to get this tool to get it where I wanted, right? Where it's sales focused, marketing focused, where right now it's not, it's more informative. If you read this, assists with ADHD symptoms and sensory overload. It's like, it's not really convincing me to buy this product, right? It's helpful, it's good, but it's not great. So watch this. We're just gonna paste exactly as is and hit enter and let's see what happens. And you see how fast this moves. This is crazy. Literally minutes of work I've been putting in so far, the total process, right? Obviously, I'm doing a tutorial, so when you actually go through this yourself and do this a few times, it's gonna move much faster. So, okay, boosts immune system. Reishi mushroom, a natural antioxidant found in genius mushrooms, increases immunity against cancer and immune diseases. Say goodbye to the crash and hello to clean. Genius mushrooms assist with ADHD symptoms, improve memory and quick wit, right? Are natural alternative to pharmaceuticals. So definitely improved. And sometimes you'll need to maybe manipulate a little bit more. I like this as is. These are great. I especially love this, increase energy. Say goodbye to the crash and hello to clean. Where here, provide clean energy without the crash. You can kind of see that, right? So if I was using these for my own products, I would use them as is. Or if someone was paying me to write bullet points for them, I would go ahead and copy this and send this over to them in a Google Doc, but it's pretty much good to go. Now, to make money from this work, what we're gonna do is we're gonna go to Fiverr.com and create a freelancer account on Fiverr. If you're not already familiar, Fiverr is basically like Amazon, but for services. So if you want specific custom work done, so that could be, hey, make my Shopify site faster, write Amazon bullet points for me, or write a press release, or create a TikTok video for my brand, or whatever it might be, Fiverr is your go-to place. And as you can see, there are already some Fiverr gigs, by the way, that aren't very good for Amazon bullet points and product descriptions. This right here is the current bestseller, and I can tell you, this is a terrible listing. Extremely jumbled thumbnail. The price point is extremely low. So when you go on Fiverr for free, you can create your account and basically you'll create what's called a gig. And you can kind of see that you'll have your title here, which will be like, all right, high converting Amazon bullet points. You have your thumbnail and you have your different packages. Really straightforward. What you want to make sure that you do, number one, there's always a % of consumers who are going to pay for the premium service. Those are the type of audience you want to go after. You do not want to be the cheapest. Even if, let's say you have a competitor, and they both watch this YouTube video and you're both doing the same thing, but they're going on price and being the cheapest, maintain your prices higher. The reason is because there's always a percentage that are gonna pay for the highest price. Now, why would they pay more for your service than someone else if they do very similar work? It's about how you present yourself, right? How you appear and your final deliverable. It's both of those things, not just the work that you do, but how you look before the work is even done. So what does that look like when it comes to a Fiverr listing? All right, so a few things. Number one, here's a good general pricing strategy I'd recommend if you're gonna use this exact strategy with Amazon, and I'll talk about using the strategy with other niches in a second. So we have basic, $75, here's what's included, standard 85, and premium 95. And as you see here in the premium service option, there's this option for keywords. Basically what that means is that sometimes Amazon sellers will have specific keywords that they'll want to make sure that they include in the bullet point section, because in general, the more keywords an Amazon seller has in their listing, including their bullet points, the more views and visibility they get in the Amazon search engine. So for those clients who get the premium option and want keywords, they'll give you, let's say 2 to 5 different keywords they want to make sure are weaved through the bullet points. So what I like to do in this step is actually manually add it myself, just because I found ChatGPT doesn't do the best job yet. And it also takes me like 2 minutes to do myself. So it's really easy and fast. But if we want to use ChatGPT, what I'd recommend doing is the following. So weave the following X number of keywords, so let's say 2 keywords, into the bullet points below. The final bullet point should flow naturally and sound professional, right? Each keyword should only be used one time. Keyword number 1 and keyword number 2. We have lion's mane supplement, lion's mane mushroom. And then all we do is paste the bullet points that we had again. So at the very end, I'm gonna hit enter. It should be calculating down here. Oh, there it is. The end result is pretty terrible. So we have reishi mushroom, a natural antioxidant found in the lion's mane supplement genius mushrooms. Doesn't really make sense. So I've played around with this for a little bit. Right now, it's just not working well. But like I said, it takes literally like 2 minutes to manually add this, only for those clients that want that added in. So that's just kind of my 2 cents on it, and want to describe that a little bit more. And more importantly, this thumbnail here, what I'd recommend having is something that looks like this here, this Etsy description. It'll be either your face, kind of pointing, or it could even be a stock image of someone pointing, right, at a graph just like this. So the before is really low, and then after there's an increase. This could be a real graph or it could be made up, it doesn't matter. And then basically have our Amazon bullet points, right? And then pointing to that change. I'm telling you, as an Amazon seller or any other business owner, that is extremely eye-catching. And if you can actually back it up with your services, and if you follow the step-by-step process to this point, you absolutely can. I'm absolutely gonna choose that Fiverr gig over the other. Now, obviously, when you're getting started off, you're not gonna have all of these reviews. So in order to get reviews, what I recommend doing is you have these different options. You have the basic and standard, right, that don't have competitor analysis. So remember, with our ChatGPT, if we scroll up to the top, in the Analyze feature, we've already analyzed the top 5 benefits, features, and pain points. So what I'd recommend doing is give the final deliverable for those customers who order basic and standard, and then also give them the top competitor review analysis with that. What's gonna happen is, number 1, a percentage of these clients are gonna tip you, which you can do with Fiverr. And then number 2 is they're much more likely to leave a 5-star review because you basically gave them a premium service add-on for free. So it's no additional work for you, and that's gonna help you generate your first reviews and actually generate some additional income as well much faster. Okay, so just a little Fiverr hack, because I actually used to sell on Fiverr. And to create your thumbnail, I recommend using canva.com, and it's my favorite graphic design tools and just one of my favorite tools, period. And also keep in mind that you have multiple images you can add. And for your next images, what I'd recommend having is for each image, on the left-hand side, have a picture of a certain product like lion's mane supplements. And on the right, have bullet points, right? So you can do lion's mane supplement and you have those 5 bullet points literally copied and pasted from ChatGPT. Then you go through and just run through this example with a few other products. Just choose random products you're interested in, go and add those in. So it's like, here's what we're gonna get results for, right? Here's your conversion rate before and after our bullet points. So it's like, okay, I'm hooked, I'm sold. Here's the type of quality you can expect from us, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's like, okay, even if you have no reviews, at that price point, with everything I've seen, you're very professional. I can definitely see the quality of your work. I'm definitely hitting the buy button. And you may also be thinking, it's like, okay, that sounds great, but Sumner, you just said, like, now you write all your own bullet points. Aren't all Amazon sellers just gonna use ChatGPT and write their own bullet points, and they're not gonna pay for a service? And the answer is absolutely not. Not just a percentage, but the majority of Amazon sellers, and this is true of any industry, will always outsource work for something they want professionally done. There's a big percentage of Amazon sellers that'll write their own. They're gonna keep writing their own. But the percentage of sellers that are looking for a service, they're not going to go learn ChatGPT. Even if a friend says, hey, there's this cool tool, I saw this video, I know you're an Amazon seller, they use ChatGPT to write bullet points. They're not gonna be interested, and they don't wanna learn because, hey, I'm busy, I'm not really good with tech, I'm sure it works, but it's not for me. And I do the same thing with all different kinds of technology that I know could probably change my life. I still buy services myself. So the reality is, yes, there might be people who see this video or similar videos and start writing their own bullet points, and maybe the market goes down slightly, but the vast majority are still gonna be there. And the place where people are gonna go to find services is Fiverr. So in terms of, is ChatGPT and these YouTube videos gonna ultimately, even the playing field, and there's not really gonna be any opportunity? In my view, 100% no. To start driving some initial traffic to this before your keywords kind of pick up and you start getting seen organically on Fiverr, what you can do is go to Facebook, go to the groups section, type in Amazon sellers over here in the search bar, and then request to join all of these different Amazon seller Facebook groups. And there's literally dozens. So you can join the groups, and once per week, just be on the lookout for anyone requesting bullet point services or Amazon copywriting services. What you can do, and do this tactfully and all that, but you can reach out to them and say, hey, I know you're interested in bullet point services. I offer this. Here's my Fiverr listing. A percentage you're going to end up buying. Then you just run through the 3-phase strategy, which literally takes minutes to do and can ultimately profit more than $100 an hour with this strategy. And the best part is it can literally be copied and pasted into hundreds of different industries. So what you can do is write down a list of all the different industries that your friends and family work in. This could be restaurants, mortgage brokers, dental offices, Etsy products or bloggers or whatever it might be. Write down a list. And then within each category, write down the copywriting needs for those different industries. Now, 9 out of 10 times, it probably won't be a good fit. There may not be a lot of demand. You can't really think of a lot of great ideas, but 10% of the time, you're gonna come across some really great ideas. For example, let's say a cold email template for real estate agents or different B2B businesses, or press release templates for a new product release or for a new business that wants to announce something to the local press. There's all different kinds of opportunities. And what you can do is once you've identified those opportunities, and you don't know if they'll really work out until you follow through to the end, but what you can do is go on YouTube or Google, type in, for example, press release template, cold email template, blog article template, right? Amazon or Etsy description template, whatever it is, watch a few videos, understand kind of how it works, download the template, manipulate to kind of how you want it, and then rinse and repeat. Create your own template using the prompt that I've laid out for you. You sort of know the process you need to go through with ChatGPT to get it right. Play around with it with a couple of little experiments. Once you get it right, create a Fiverr listing. And what I'd recommend doing is once per week, create a new Fiverr listing and create 5 or 10 different listings, each for different niches. You're gonna have different keywords there. You're appealing to different audiences. And statistically, 20% of your Fiverr listings are gonna account for 80% of your profit. You may just create one Fiverr gig, you followed all of my steps and it didn't work out. Well, then move to the next and the next. And the numbers will ultimately start coming in. And this can be a very, very profitable side gig or even turn into your full-time gig if you want it to. So this is seriously so powerful. And you may be wondering, well, Sumner, if it's so great, then why aren't you doing it? And the reason is because I make significantly more than $100 an hour through my other businesses, with YouTube, with Udemy, with cryptocurrency, with Amazon. So we already have plenty of businesses that we're working on. We're still working on actually growing a team because we're so busy. So this is just another thing that's like, it would be awesome to do, but it is totally off my radar. I have zero desire to start creating brand new businesses. But I know this is such a great opportunity. And instead of it just letting this idea die in my head, I decided to make a YouTube video about it. So if you want to learn even more ways to generate profit online through Amazon, Etsy, Udemy, YouTube, cryptocurrency, and more, then be sure to hit the subscribe button on your screen and watch the other videos that we have here on this channel because I think you'll find it extremely valuable. And as always, thank you so much for watching and your support. God bless you and your business. I look forward to seeing you in the next one.